My name is Regina Adolf Mlay, and I am the co-founder and chief executive officer of Evolution Technologies Company Limited, whereby this is a technology company owning the solution Mentora Tanzania. So Mentora Tanzania is an AI-powered platform specifically meant for teachers, and it is used for teachers to plan lesson plans as well as assessments while they do different learning and teaching processes in schools. So Mentora has different assessments created as well as lesson plans built as the Tanzania Institute of Education curriculum, that is the competence-based curriculum, as well as the old syllabus for schools that are still using that. My personal experience to solving this challenge that teachers waste a lot of time when it comes to preparing lesson plans as well as assessments was from my own parents, specifically my mom, who was a primary school teacher. So my mom wasted a lot of time preparing lesson plans and assessments for her students to learn during the next day or for the entire week, rather than spending time with her family. And so it was also a similar situation for her when she went to school. Instead of spending much more time with the students, she prepared a lot of time preparing assessments rather than teaching. And so I saw this challenge from my family, and I also saw it in the context of the whole Tanzania as well as all other teachers who are facing a similar challenge. Current existing systems to address the challenge of how teachers plan lesson plans as well as assessments for their students is that they do it physically or manually. So teachers in schools have sheets that are prepared, and they have to fill it with their hands every morning or weekly and then report it back to the system. And so with Mentora Tanzania now, teachers have to do all this process with an AI-powered platform that is simplified, that has a very nice user interface designed for them to interact with and use, but also get reports for all the work that they have been preparing, and also store it digitally in a way that they cannot lose the reports, and they can go back to it whenever they need to refer back or whenever they need to see or monitor progress of their students as well as their teaching practices. I realized that technology could be part of the solution, because what Mentora Tanzania was doing at first was offering digital skills training to teachers in different schools. And so during the trainings, we could realize how technology is fitting that gap, and that with a platform that has a very nice interactive platform for the teachers and easy to use, teachers can adapt to it and take part of the challenge and use it to tackle the challenge that they face. And this way, teachers now align to the curriculum easier and also spend less time preparing assessments and lesson plans for their students, and spend a lot of time with their learners in class, but they are also able to track progress of their teaching practices as well as the assessments that they give to the students and how the class generally is progressing. But also it has become easier now for them to manage classes with a bigger number of students compared to before. What makes our approach different from existing solutions is that it's not only a generative AI like any other generative AI model, but rather it is trained and it reflects back to the curriculum of Tanzania, specifically the new curriculum, the competence-based curriculum. We have seen how the ministry is championing this new curriculum that is much more practical, as well as the Amali stream for high schools from from secondary schools to high schools, that is Form 1 to Form 6. And so it has the integration of all these curriculum, hence making it unique and different from other existing solutions. A moment when I saw my solution creating real impact is when we had a good number of teachers using the platform, and they could testify and tell us themselves that with the platform Mentora, now they spend much more time in class, they interact with their students easily, and they also don't have to rely on quizzes, past papers that were used in the former curriculums, and the platform is enabling them to create good assessments that are aligning to the curriculum, and it's making the teaching and learning process easier for them. If challenges like this could remain unsolved, we are living in the 21st century where we see that we have different emerging technologies, and every day a new technology, a new version is coming in. And so if challenges like this are not solved earlier, that means we are going to lag behind, and we are going to delay in terms of the industrial revolution taking place, but also in terms of development of Africa as a continent in different aspects like social development, economic development, political development, and all other sectors of development in Africa. To Mentora Tanzania, we hope that the legacy that we'll be able to leave behind is to have as many teachers as possible using the platform, but also to have as many learners as possible benefiting from teachers who are using the platform and the schools that are also using the platform. And we hope to get to empower teachers to use the platform, but also to reduce the time that they use when it comes to preparing assessments and lesson plans, and create a generation in schools as well as learners in Tanzania and in Africa who are growing, who are doing very well, who are competent, and who are building skills in what they are doing.